guys. We are just about a week away from Walt Disney World Marathon Weekend in Orlando, Florida. I personally am excited to see a whole bunch of people run a whole bunch of miles and enjoy myself. But I know that there's a few questions for some first-timers out there and for people that may not have done this in a while. So I put together a list of about 10 different things that you guys can do to make sure that you have a very successful marathon week/weekend, depending on which challenge you're running. Thing on the list: don't bother stalking the weather. I know people have started stalking the weather at the beginning of December. I know that they've had thoughts. Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be raining? Is it going to be a typhoon? Who knows? It literally could be all of those things at some point during the entire weekend. And at this point, a week out, there's no point in looking. It's Central Florida, so the weather changes drastically. It changes frequently. So don't bother looking at the weather and stressing yourself out until about a couple days when you're getting ready to leave. And whatever the weather says, for example, if it says it's going to be hot during your races, always bring a set of clothes for cooler weather as well. You want to make sure you're covered on both ends of the spectrum. Anything can happen, and the worst thing you can do while you're gone is have the wrong kind of clothes for the wrong type of climate. That way you can start packing appropriately and you don't have to unpack your clothes and repack. That's just going to waste your time and it's going to frustrate you. Number 2, pack smart. I'm going to Disney World for a week. I'm leaving a little earlier so I can enjoy a little bit of time while I'm there before the races. I also have some business to tend to. So I'm going to go a little earlier. The last thing I want to do is bring 3-ton bags of luggage with me. So I'm only packing the clothes that I need. When I land, I'm actually going to be making some stops, like at Target or at Publix or at Walmart, and I'll get things that I need, like toiletries for the week and light groceries, because my hotel room has a fridge and I can have things like breakfast and things in my room rather than spending a whole bunch of extra money and feeling like I have to worry about checking certain luggage or not. So certainly make sure you pack only what you need and try to pick up the things that you need while you're in Florida. It's going to make a big difference, and it's actually going to save you some money. You're not going to need to buy 50 of the travel size body washes. Stop at Walmart or Target. Pick up your favorite body wash for $3 and it'll last you a whole week, if not longer. So do things like that. It'll save you some room in your luggage, and when you get ready to come home, you don't necessarily have to bring that stuff with you. Number 3, plan your days accordingly. This one pretty much goes without saying, because anybody that's going to Disney World already knows they have to plan their dining, their fast passes, all of that fun stuff in advance. We watch our calendars because we want to make sure we get to those attractions, and we make sure we book our favorite restaurants, so I don't have to tell you about that. But what I do want to suggest is that you have a very strong expo strategy while you're there. What does that mean? Do I want to pick up my bib first, or do I want merchandise first, or vice versa? What time do I want to go? What does that overlap with? So make sure your agenda is set and locked in stone. That way you know exactly what you're doing and you're moving with a purpose to maximize your time. Number 4, have a very strong packing strategy. I kind of talked a little bit earlier about packing and making sure you got the right clothes, but I didn't talk about how to save some room in your luggage. You know what your best friend is going to be? A Ziploc bag. It's really simple. Ziploc bags. You know what makes them so awesome? You can fit all of your race gear into one Ziploc bag. You can label it so you know which race sits which. You know all your gear is in one place. Your shirt, your shorts, your compression socks, whatever else that you run with. You can take the time to meticulously pack these. You can throw them in your bag. They are flat after you let the air out. And you know what's really great after the race? After you have some soiled clothes, they go right back in here and the stink stays inside. So you don't have to worry about leaving things or losing things. When you're done with them, put them right back in the bag, zip it up, goes right back into your luggage. It's like the best life hack you'll ever know. So for people like me that are running Dopey that have 4 different races, I have 4 different race outfits. Maybe 6 if I'm bringing something for some warmer or some cooler weather. So this is a great tool. It's a great idea. Ziploc bags cost nothing. Get a Sharpie, you write the race on the top, boom, you're all set to go. Number 5, ring the alarm. Most of us are coming from different parts of the country, which means waking up at 1:30 to 2:30 in the morning is going to be very hard for us. I don't know anybody that wants to get up at the time that the clubs are letting out. Set alarms on your phone, set alarms on your sports watch, set an alarm and a wake-up call on your hotel phone. Make sure you don't miss those wake-up calls. It's going to be very hard, and you want to get some really good rest, and the last thing you want to think about is an alarm failing and not going off so you miss your race. So make sure you have multiple alarms set and set them about a minute apart. That way they're not all one going off at the same time, and you can hear different things, and it's going to jog you to wake up and go turn them off. That way you can get up, you can take your time getting ready, you can wake up and ease into your morning, and then make your way either to the bus or to the car. That way you can make your way to your race and have a very, very successful race morning. Number 6, do I take the bus or do I take my personal vehicle? I'm going to make this one really quick. Take the bus. If you feel like you need to take your personal car, nothing really wrong with that. But just know that there's going to be a lot of traffic going to and from the parking lots. And it might be a lot quicker to just take the bus. They run frequently, they run all the time. You're not going to be waiting too long. Just take the bus. You paid for it in your registration. Utilize the services that are there. Number 7, and this one is pretty important. Pace yourself. Don't go out there if you're doing dopey trying to PR every single distance. What you're going to do is you're going to burn your legs up. You're going to have a lot of lactic acid buildup. You can't expel it that quickly. You're going to be sore. You're going to be tired. You're going to be exhausted. And remember, the hardest part about this entire weekend, in my opinion, if you're trained for your mileage, is going to be waking up. That's going to take a toll on your body. So make sure you pace yourself during these races. Ease into your marathon. Ease into your half marathon. Don't just think because it's a 5K you can go all out and just go crazy. That 5K is going to take a toll on you. 3.1 miles is nothing to shake a finger at, and same thing for the 10K. It's a long way. 6.2 miles is a long way, especially when you got 39.3 coming up. Take your time, enjoy the run with some friends, make some new friends. Just take your time, ease yourself into your races. It's a long weekend of running, and you want to make sure you have plenty of reserve left in the tank so you can have, again, the most enjoyable time possible. Hydrate frequently and pace yourself. If you don't think you need to drink anyway. That water is going to help flush that lactic acid out of your system. It's going to keep your muscles hydrated, which is going to keep you from being sore. So pace yourself. Pace yourself, pace yourself. Number 8, don't close down the theme parks. When you stay out really late and you have really early wake-up calls, not only are you not giving your body the adequate rest it really needs to regenerate and get yourself ready for that race, what you actually do is you actually put way more mileage on your legs than you need to. So make sure if you're going to close down the parks, you're going to stay out a little later than usual, that you're getting the adequate rest and hydration that you need. Wear compression garments if that's what you need to do. Do things to make sure your body is going to thank you and be happy the next day you go out there and run. You want to make sure that you are in the best possible health, and you can't do that when you're up walking 13 miles in a day, walking around Magic Kingdom. It'll happen, trust me, and it'll happen by accident. You won't intend to. So just make sure you're very thoughtful and methodical about the mileage you're putting on your body. Take a look at your fitness trackers and see how many steps you're doing, and make sure you roll and ice and do all of those things to make sure that your legs are strong and healthy. Number 9, eat as healthy as possible. Now, I'm the king of snacks. We all know I love junk food and all the things that are bad for me, but I also know that eating well is very important, and it is really a critical part of your training as you're getting ready for races, and it's just as important as you're getting ready to go out there and run those races. So when you're making your dining plan reservations, try to make some healthier choices. Save all the junk food for Sunday as you celebrate. Eat all of the garbage you want on Sunday. But as you're leading up to it, try to minimize the snacks. Try to eliminate and minimize, the really bad fats and the sweets and things like that. I know it's hard. This is coming from me. I love snacks, but I know I have to be better and more thoughtful about it, which is one reason why I'm actually going to the grocery store to get things like for breakfast and snacks. That way I actually have something healthier to eat in my hotel room if I get a little peckish or hungry. Things like that. So just be mindful of the things that you're eating. Number 10, and it is the most important of them all, have fun. Have fun. Have fun. This was my first marathon, and I did it as a goofy challenge because there's something wrong with me. But I had the best time. I created some of the best memories. Every time I go do this race, I create something so magical, and I remember something so spectacular. And I hope that for you. I hope that if this is your first time, find a friend, make a new friend, just enjoy yourself, create those magical memories that are so important. And I can't wait to see you guys in a couple weeks. I hope you guys found these tips helpful. If I missed any, leave them in the comments below and share with your friends. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on all of the social media things at Sharp Endurance. And I will see you guys in Disney World in just under a week. Have a great week getting ready, you guys, and travel safely. We'll see you guys soon in Walt Disney World. Woo-hoo!